Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? A while back, I decided to do. I was doing a bunch of franchise videos. When did the last one I do? Yeah, I did a bunch of franchise videos, and I was on. I did one for Porky's and Police Academy back in February of this year. And I thought, I was watching Netflix. I saw they had the original Police Academy on there, and I decided, what the heck? When I do those franchise videos, I do a lot of those from memory. I don't watch every single movie; it take too long, and it's just like sometimes I don't own every single movie of these franchises. Sometimes they don't deserve to be owned. But I saw on Netflix that they had the original Police Academy on there, so I decided to get to watch that. And the weird thing about that is it's one that went in reverse. Usually, a lot of these franchises, at least back in the '80s, were all R-rated and stuff like that. Not all of them. And Police Academy is very strange because the very first Police Academy was R-rated. Then the second one was PG-13. All the other ones were PG-rated family film. And then after the fourth one, I went to a cartoon series. And then after the fourth one, Steve Guttenberg left, and I never liked the guy that replaced him. And then there was part five, which I saw in the theater in Germany. I liked the part with the shark. And then part six, and after part six, that was it for a long time till like '93, and they did Mission to Moscow, which I think was released direct to video. And then there was a TV show. I was on CW on Saturday afternoons, an hour long or something like that. And the only ones I remember from the cast were Michael Winslow and then George Gaines. And then Joe Flaherty. But I mean, if I missed the show, I didn't care if I missed the show. I watched it. It was okay. I've watched some episodes. But I was got to the point, if I missed, I missed. I don't care. My dad watched some episodes, but it wasn't that great. I think it ran its course. But, I mean, and then when the second Police Academy came out, I didn't see the first one yet because it was R-rated. And I didn't see the original until we got VCR. I think the second one was the very first one was PG-13, and Mom took my sister and I to the theater because usually she don't like movies like that. That's the one I know the least about. I only seen that one once. I think I've seen all the other ones more than once, except for like I didn't see all the cartoon series or all the TV show. Well, anyway, with Police Academy, I was trying to figure out why it was R-rated. Because that's. And it was weird. I started watching it was from the Ladd Company because I thought they were all through Warner Brothers. But the Ladd Company was a company through Warner Brothers. And I guess Ladd Company did the first two, and then Warner Brothers just did the other ones after that. And in this one, it was cool seeing how they, the origins of the main characters and stuff. And then it was weird. I forgot about Sergeant Callahan, played by the beautiful Leslie Easterbrook, was, she was actually instructor. She was actually on the police force as an instructor. She wasn't a part of the new recruits and stuff like that. You see her serving alongside them regularly, along with G.W. Bailey, who was a great villain. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I liked the movie real well. The only thing after the TV show, the only thing that I really saw that was like Police Academy related was the Lavalantula movies. There was two of them. And it's kind of like you tried to reintroduce the cast of Police Academy, which I thought was really clever. And they had Steve Guttenberg starring both those. And Leslie Easterbrook was in the first one, but she gets killed. It's a shame she didn't age very well. And then I saw her when I was judging for the Horror Fest. She was in one of the movies I watched. She played a grandmother, which was, it's kind of sad. She didn't age well. But, I mean, she was only in the first one. Then they had Brooks that spoke in a very low voice. She didn't age well either. She didn't do a whole lot. Well, I don't think she could walk very good, so she didn't do a whole lot. And then Michael Winslow was doing the sound effects. And Michael Winslow and him, you see a lot of screen time and back and forth between them was very entertaining. But the original Police Academy, it was cool seeing them back there. And that was like, it made a ton of money. It made like, I don't know, over $100 million, which is really big back in the 80s. So the Police Academy movies went on for a long time with a big series. And like I said, I was trying to figure out why it was R-rated. Aside from the podium scene, which really wasn't that bad. It's just more suggested. You know, but that would probably, well, it wouldn't have made it a PG movie, maybe PG-13. But with this one, with that scene, they kind of redid it. Well, I don't want to give anything away. And then they had, I couldn't remember anything else. There's more swearing in this, but there's no F bombs except till the very end. The last 15 minutes, they say one. They say the F word once. And then there's a little bit of nudity. There's a scene with looking outside the women's showers a little bit. And they show a little bit of brief nudity. And then there's a party. And there's a scene where they dance around the fire and two girls take their tops off. That's the only, briefly. That's the only thing I realized that make that an R-rated movie. I think that might have been too much for PG-13 at the time. So it's a very mild R-rated movie, but raunchier than the other ones, definitely. But I liked the movie. It wasn't as funny as I remember, but there's one really funny part. Well, a couple funny parts. One really, really funny part where I know my dad would have laughed that laugh if he was still alive, because it was they're talking about voice command, and like Brooke, she talks really like that. And the interaction between her and G.W. Bailey was really good. But there was a scene where he says, like, okay, this is the house, this is the window, and I'm the burglar, I'm coming out with a stereo. What do you say to me? And then she tried to tell him to stop, and she said, Brooke, sit down. And then Tackleberry comes up. I don't want to give away, but what Tackleberry says is funnier than hell. That was laugh out loud funny. Like I said, it's not as funny as I remember it. A little bit cheap looking, but still entertaining. And still very just nostalgic of the 80s. At the time, I probably would give it a 4 stars or a 10 out of 10. But I've seen it today. I probably get an 8.5 out. So it's still pretty good. I think it really picks up at the last hour when there's a riot. You know, still some of that's kind of cheap looking too. But so I hope you like this revisitation of the original Police Academy movie made back in 1984. I thought it was earlier than that, but 84. So until next time, bye please. Take care, my legion.